Hello, Redbird fans. This is Trevor Arbogast, the founder of the Birdcage. This is Adelaide Street Field, and this is the home opener for ISU Redbird Soccer. We have Sammi Cenek on for episode 90. I hope you enjoy. Roll Birds.
Hello and welcome to Bird Fans Forever, episode 90 with Sammi Cenek. Yes, I think I got it right, Sammi. Sammi is on the women's soccer team. How you doing, Sammi?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great.
We're doing great. All right, Sammi. I told you off air. Be ready for this. Our first question for everybody is, how did you get to ISU?
I like to joke and say it was like the easiest decision of my life, but it definitely was a process. I kind of did what every student athlete has to do in the recruiting process. I had to go to all the schools, go to all the camps, send all the emails. I knew I wanted to play in college, like, my whole life. It was always my goal. And I kind of, like, overlooked ISU because we were super big Bradley fans, which is kind of ironic.
Well, it's been a great episode. I'm sorry we have to cut this short.
Yeah, I love, like, joking with my dad and my grandpa still, because my dad played at Bradley. He played soccer at Bradley, so.
Oh, really? When did he play soccer at Bradley?
It was
It
was for 2 years, 94 to 96, I think.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So, yeah, we just love to joke that they can't believe we have a Redbird family now, but it's not as big of a deal because they don't have a women's soccer team, so it's okay. I got the pass.
Okay.
But,
I know, but when you walked in and you told them, did like tears start coming down? Tears of joy,
my grandpa
right?
might have. My dad was okay with it, but my grandpa, he was like, "Ooh, it's gonna have to be some getting used to." But yeah, I went on a ton of visits, and ISU was actually one of my first ones, and I just kept comparing everything back to ISU. It felt like home from the second that I went on that visit, and I just knew. And so after a visit my junior year fall, I was like, I want to go to ISU. There's no place like it. It just felt right. No place felt like this. No facilities were as nice as this. The people, everything was perfect. So that's how I chose ISU.
Now, you chose ISU. We were double checking because you just had a nice article on ISU site. Sounds like you had to recommit to ISU because didn't they have a new coach? So talk about that whole mess.
Yeah. So I committed under a guy coach, and that was one of the big, people say don't commit because of coaches, but it's hard not to because they kind of sell the product, obviously. I committed, and I was so excited. I was like in love with the coaching staff. All three of them had like different styles, kind of. And then May of my senior year, 2 months before I was supposed to report, I literally get a text saying my head coach is resigning, and obviously that is literally the worst news. And I've heard stories about that. People are like, if you lose your head coach, you might as well just like go to a different school, all this stuff. And so I was obviously freaking out.
Amen.
They did a great job of hiring very quickly, but she had to come and watch me play in June and like pretty much make sure she wanted me. So it was a stressful month of hearing.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, someone resigning and then them rehiring someone. It was terrible, but it all worked out.
My daughter went through a similar situation.
Yeah.
And so she committed, then she was on a visit.
Uh-huh.
And I kid you not, this was happening. We were in a coach's meeting, and we're walking out, and there was a football game, and they're announcing over the loudspeaker that he's leaving. And we found out he's leaving because he wanted to move back to take a job out east because his parents were sick and stuff like that. But I heard it over a loudspeaker.
That's terrible.
That he was going to be honored at halftime. I was like, wait a minute.
The guy we talked to?
Yeah, the guy we talked to. What's going on and stuff like
That's
that.
terrible.
And it was, yeah, she already had signed, and it was very strange. And the same thing, then she had to wait for the coach to get signed, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're waiting around for like, wonder who the coach is going to be. Yeah. And then finally the coach gets there, and then you're starting the process all over again.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, so let's talk about your freshman year. How did that go? Right, so you get into your freshman year, you have a new coach.
Yeah.
The nice thing is you're still learning from scratch the whole offense and defensive concepts and So you were going to have new stuff anyway. So let's talk about that. How'd that go for you?
So I came in and I did really well in our fitness test. I knew that was like something that was going to make me stand out. So I was like, control the controllables, get there, kill the beep tests. I did that. And she was like, okay, you're going to be an outside back. And I was like, outside back? I played outside back in my life. I think I played goalie before I played outside back. So that was a shock too, just because it was something I was very uncomfortable with.
So what would you say your natural position is?
I'm a midfielder, an attacking midfielder.
Okay, an attacking midfielder. Okay, good.
Yeah, which is kind of ironic because I'm actually been playing forward right now. But I'm an attacking player. I like to go. I like to be in the box. I like to score, like things like that.
Right.
So outside back, and I was like in a whole new formation. I've never played with all these new girls. So that was a lot, but it was the opportunity to get me on the field. So I was like, oh, I'll do it. I'll do anything.
Right.
So I played outside back, got great minutes. I was playing almost 90 minutes every conference game. I was really happy. We just weren't doing very well. So it's kind of hard because you're like, oh, you're a freshman, you're playing. I had a good relationship with the coach. She was pretty tough, but she liked me, so I just took that and ran with it.
Right.
And again, I was pretty happy playing that much minutes as a freshman. Getting a couple of assists, things like that, just being in the games. I just wanted to play soccer. That's the whole reason I came to Illinois State. I wanted to go to a mid-major so I could play and make a difference and play for 4 to 5 years. I didn't want to go to a bigger school and have to sit until my junior year. That was kind of the whole point of me coming here, too. So my freshman year, it was hard, though. You go from your high school season and your club seasons, winning all these games, being the best player, scoring all these goals, and then you get to college and I'm playing a whole new position. I'm not scoring goals, and we won 3 games. And it was just like, wow, this is hard. So, yeah, that was kind of how my freshman season went.
So we played outside back, and now you've moved back, and you talk about playing forward. What did you take from and learn by playing the outside back that you didn't know before when you were in the mid?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of tactical stuff, a lot of, like, soccer stuff, like seeing the field in a whole new perspective. As a midfielder, you like have to be very aware. That's like one of those girls' like best qualities is just being like spatially aware of everything. So it was just weird for me to like not have people on all sides of me at all times. So that was like kind of hard. I also definitely had to get used to like playing by a student section or like by the fans. That was really hard for me because that gets in your head, and then I can hear my dad and I can hear the other team. They're saying stuff to me. So that was a big thing. You don't think it is, but that was a big shock for me because in the middle, can't hear anything. So zoned out. But on the outside, when you're taking a throw in, you can hear a lot of stuff. So that was hard too. I just like learned too. I kind of, especially my freshman and sophomore year, I was pretty quiet. And like my coach, when I tell her that, she like laughs now. But I was like, I was definition of a freshman. I'd do anything those girls said for me to do. I listened to our captains, all those things. So I learned a lot about leadership too. I didn't say much. I like to say too, I was literally the quietest outside back ever, and I was probably a pain to play with because I wasn't saying much. But I learned so much like leadership wise because I was able to just like see everything. You see a lot more as an outside back than a midfielder just because there's not people behind you. So yeah, I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like it definitely grew me as a player. Definitely a blessing in disguise for sure.
Awesome.
So the next year, your season got cut short, right?
Yeah.
You played 1 game.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. Also as an outside back. So
As an outside back.
that
was your last game as an outside
So is that the end of your outside back career then, right there?
Yes, that was the end of my outside back career. I always laugh about that too. I'm like, they knew I wasn't meant to be an outside back when that happened. But yeah, I was able to play. Came in again my sophomore year, super determined. I was like, I want to win this year. Same coach, a lot of returning players. We had a lot of talent. We just like weren't playing like as a group. So came in, had 2 exhibition games, was loving it, was playing 90 minutes outside back. I'm like, okay. I was embracing my role. I was starting to get louder, like more comfortable, starting to like be myself. And then our first regular season game, I broke my leg. And so I knew immediately it was a season-ending injury. Yeah, definitely one of the hardest things I've had to deal with here. And then at the end of that sophomore season, my head coach gets fired
What bone,
too. So
what bone did you end up breaking? Let me interrupt for a second. What bone did you end up breaking?
I broke my fibula, the one on the outside. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, and we're like at Indiana. All the girls are bigger, faster, stronger. I'm just getting chirped by their men's soccer team. Yeah, it was bad day.
Bad. How long a rehab was that on the tibia? At least 6 or 8 weeks. Did they have to put plates in or anything like that, or was it a clean break?
Yeah, I actually didn't get surgery, but now looking back, they said that they probably should have just because it took a little bit longer without getting surgery. My break, like normal breaks are just like right in half. My break was like this. So it was a lot more like, they said it was just a lot more bone to heal than normal just fibula breaks, which are just like straight across. And it's a weight bearing bone. So I had to be in a cast. I was on a scooter. I was cleared March of the next year. So
March of the next year.
Yeah, it was pretty long, but again, I kind of knew at that point my season was over, so I was like, I'm going to focus on the rehab and do all the things I can do and control, be the best teammate I can be the loudest on the bench. It definitely was a hard pill to swallow, and it kind of took me a while to kind of figure that out, but again, I wanted us to do well that year, so I was like, I'm going to do whatever I can in the role that I have, so yeah.
So that next year, there's a coaching change, right?
Yeah.
What does it cross your mind? Like, you broke your leg, freshman year, 3 wins, coaches let go after your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Did you end up going through like a whole recruiting process, or were you just like, I'm all in still at ISU?
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie when I say there was always like thoughts. I'm like, what is going on here? This has just been a crazy year and a half. I also lost a friend to cancer in the spring of my freshman year. So that was another huge thing. I was just like, what is going on? Like, I can't catch a break.
Right.
And our coach was pretty tough. So I knew that the coaching change kind of needed to happen in order for the program to turn around. So when she left, it kind of felt different than when my first coach resigned. It kind of felt like it was like meant to be. Like we need a new leader. We need someone that everyone is going to respect and look up to. And so when she left, I like got the team together, and I was like, as many people that can stay will be the reason that like this program can like change, and like we can be a part of the change. And I kept just saying like, I want to be a part of the change. I want to be here and say that I stuck through it. And so many girls entered the portal. Like the turnover between my sophomore fall to my spring of my sophomore year was just crazy. We probably had 15 girls enter the portal, which on a soccer team is literally like...
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When you have 27 girls on a team. So in the spring, we couldn't even play full 11v11. We had like nobody. And then we had a new coach. And then I was returning from injury, and it was just like... But I knew I never wanted to leave. I wanted to be a part of the change. I knew this is where I was meant to be. So when that coach left, I was just like, I can't wait to meet who's coming in. And if they don't want me, then will be what pushes me out the door. But I'm staying, and I ended up falling in love with like our new coach, and it all worked out. So
Sammi, Coach DeRose comes in, right? And every coach has a style. Some coaches are attacking, some are about control, some are very physical, are very defensive minded, don't make any mistakes in the back, right?
Yeah.
But what's ISU's style that she's brought in?
I think she is very attacking minded for sure. She always says, take your first touch forward. Your first look needs to be up. If it's not forward, then it's back. We like possession though. We like to keep the ball too. So I would say it's a good balance. It's probably one of the favorites, like my favorite styles of soccer I've ever played. I don't know, you guys both kind of know too with just having soccer around. Some players just thrive in certain playing styles and environments. And I feel like with Raleigh's style is just like where I thrive. I didn't really feel like myself my freshman and sophomore year. So when she came in and things started to change, I was like, oh, I am that player that I was when I got committed here. because I thought she was gone for a while.
Well, talk about your position change, right? You go from outside backer. Now you're where?
Yeah, I'm attacking centerman again. Yay. So I get cleared, and she's like, "What are you?" Because she knew me before, and she was like, "I know you like to score goals. I know you like to be in the attack. I know you like to be involved." Like, she was like, "What were you doing back there?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what I was doing back there. I just wanted to be on the field. I just wanted to play soccer." But I was like, I love attacking mid, or forward. I like the midfield. I like forward. And she was like, okay. And she kind of just took what each girl kind of said that they wanted. And we obviously, at the time, the spring of my sophomore year, didn't have a lot of girls. So she was just kind of working with us, getting to know us, which was something I hadn't experienced either my freshman or sophomore year fall. She wanted to get to know us as people, not just as players, which I really appreciated. And her just even asking, like, where are you comfortable playing? What do you like? What is your style? Things like that were also really nice. So, yeah, she definitely changed our program around for sure.
So for those that don't know soccer, okay, so you're in the middle, you're up front a little bit, right? But you're not playing forward. Everyone's around you. You have to make usually quick decisions and distribute the ball. So just talk a little bit about that difference and why you feel comfortable in the middle of the pack when everyone's around you versus being on the outside. It takes different players.
It does. No, it does. And like are
you creative? Because to me, the creative players start playing up front, and then sometimes in the back, they're a little more disciplined. Yeah. Right. And just talk about that. What's your personality?
Yeah. When I was growing up, my dad would call me a gnat. That was my nickname. He said that I would never stop moving. I would just run around forever. And then a lot of people like to describe midfielders as chickens with their heads cut off. So I would say I'm a mixture of both. Like I have been playing forward right now, but I still pop in the middle or like exchange with our midfielders a lot. So I like to say I'm still a midfielder. Yeah, definitely. You have to be very creative. You have to kind of think about what you're going to do with the ball before you even get the ball. Yeah, you have to be technical. You have to keep the ball at your feet. You have to know someone's coming. And you just have to have a lot of energy. Everyone says like our midfielders have the most energy on the team just because they're the ones that you play offense, but you also play defense. And no one else does that. And you have to be fit. And you have to be creative too. It's a little bit of everything. I'm biased, but I think it's the best.
So we won't talk about the first season, but the second season, something happened, right?
The first season was a good season, though. I mean,
yeah, but like go through the second season, something started happening during that. Like, was there a particular game where you guys think like it kind of turned around a little bit, and you guys got on a roll where you guys didn't lose a game? There was some ties in there, but like you didn't lose a game for a while. Like, what happened?
I think the biggest thing is like last year and this year is the closest the team has ever been, like the girls. And I think that's what Raleigh kind of instilled in the captains, was just like, I want the team to be close because you can't play good soccer with people you don't like. They say that a lot, and I totally agree. So I just think the biggest thing was that everyone just liked each other, respected each other. Everyone respected our coaches. We had a new coach come in too, Kurt, our assistant. And then Peyton, she went from our GA to an assistant role. And then we got a new goalie coach. So it kind of just felt like we finally had a staff that was like here to stay too. I had so many changes between all my years here. And finally, my staff is the same from last year as it is this year. So I just felt like the coaches were there to stay. They kind of switched our formation too. Our last regular season game was at SLU, and we tied them, which was huge. That's a team that should walk all over a mid-major team, in my opinion. They win the A10 every year. They blow up every team they play. They win their conference championship 6-0. They shouldn't even be in the A10. They're better than the A10. Right. And, yeah, we tied them. And I remember our coaches after the game being like, if you play every conference game like this, you guys are going to win a championship this year. And I kind of feel like for the first time I obviously always had like belief. Like the reason I wanted to stay here was like win a ring here. That's the whole point. That was like that was like a big moment for me. I was like, wait, we can win it. If we can go tie a team like this and almost beat them,
Amen.
we can go and blow up the Valley. And so I think that was a big moment for all of us. Like we had so much confidence going into our first conference game because we were like, if we can hang with any other team in any other conference, like then we should own the Valley this year. So I feel like that was a big turning point for our season. And then, yeah, I mean, ties are also points in the conference. So you also have to look at that. If you're tying on the road, that's a win because you get a point and you're on the road.
Right.
So we took it one game at a time. And, yeah.
And we all know how hard it is to win on the road in the Valley, right? That's not
Yeah.
easy games,
Oh,
period.
exactly,
End of
yeah.
story. Right? Hostile environment, nobody cheering for you.
Yeah.
Well, once you guys started pitching those shutouts, did you guys, was it like, I mean, I coach soccer before, like you get to the point where like the team starts to believe and it's almost like a
Yeah.
pride thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you get 2 or 3 shutouts in a row. You walk on the field the next one, it's like you're almost got the mindset like we're not going to give up a goal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we are not going to give up a goal.
Yeah. And it turned into like we can't give up a goal. Like we're like, you can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is a mindset though.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
you're attacking mid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what have you guys been working on this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without giving away too many secrets, Steve.
She's gonna read the field and she's gonna react to it anyway, so we all know that. But like, I'm sure the offense has been. You guys have been working on that this off season.
Yeah.
So what can we kind of expect? What's the mindset there going into the regular season, which is tomorrow against Northern Illinois?
Whiteout. Now, we won't post this till after that game happens, but it's going to be a whiteout.
Yes. I would say the biggest thing this year is like we're picking up exactly where we left off. Our 2 girls in the front are going to be me and a returning girl. So we already have the chemistry. We also got to play all summer league together, so that is really cool. So I think the biggest thing that we're looking for is to just play soccer that they haven't seen us play before, be creative, do things that they haven't seen before. I think the biggest thing is like we've just been working on being disciplined. Like you have 2 opportunities in a game to score, you better score those 2 opportunities. And yeah, be creative. Just like we want to play soccer that they haven't seen us play before. So that's kind of like what we've been working on, especially with like our front players. Obviously the ones that are going to be hopefully having the most action. So
you got the schedule. You talked about SLU, but there's a couple of good games. But somehow, like there's 3 games in a row that kind of stick out to me, like Northwestern, Loyola, and SLU, right?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of that
Well,
conference.
and you guys kind of let it get away from you against Linwood at home, so you got a rematch down there in St. Louis against them,
yeah,
right? So that would be a nice payback also.
yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
They're good too.
So
Yeah, they got Linwood, UT Martin, Northwestern, and Loyola. That's a tough, start. It's in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Right, I think Loyola's in the ACC, St. Louis is in the ACC, Northwestern's in the Big Ten,
Yeah.
right? So you've got 3 or 5 great games to go prove yourself.
Yeah. We just tied DePaul this weekend. They're a Big East team.
But wasn't that actually technically a scrimmage? Because they don't have a score out for that. Yeah.
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 It's just an exhibition, but I mean, we were all
But you
worried.
tied, absolutely. That's awesome, right?
And
Yeah.
on the road. So that's more confidence too. Like I feel like last year
Amen.
we played DePaul in exhibition, it wouldn't have gone that way. So I already feel like we're kind of a step ahead than we were last year too. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yep. So the first home game after this podcast is released is against UT Martin. So everybody get out there August 23rd. Right,
August
on
23rd
Sunday.
on a Sunday, 6 p.m.
Yes.
There's no college football. There's no pro football.
no
There's
excuse.
ISU soccer. There's no excuse. So everybody get out there. We need the new students to get out there too, right?
Yeah, we do.
Well, hopefully ISU is doing something to get the new students out there,
Yes.
and because a lot of kids that play soccer. But the game everyone needs to show up to. You already kind of hinted at this. SLU, who plays in the A10,
Yeah.
is coming to ISU this year, right?
Yes, they're coming to us, which is great. Home field advantage. Please play here.
So, September 3rd, mark it in the calendars. Everybody needs to get out and support our women, okay, against
Yeah.
SLU. Okay. So Sammy, the U.S. just hosted a very big event.
Yes.
Okay, the World Cup. Okay. Who was your favorite team? Okay. And it's like people in the U.S., especially on the men's side, they usually have like they cheer for the U.S. and they always cheer for one other team. Are you like that? You have two teams you cheer
Yes.
for?
Yes. Obviously the U.S. I was like, we're winning it all. But then once they got knocked out, I wanted Argentina to win. I like Messi a lot, and I knew it was his last World Cup. So once the U.S. was knocked out, then I started cheering for Argentina.
So did you watch the championship game then?
Oh yeah,
Argentina
of
and
course.
Spain?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Can you believe that Spain didn't give up a shot
They were unreal
during the
That-
whole regulation? That was incredible.
That was like some of the best soccer I've ever seen. There was probably like 10 minutes where Argentina hadn't touched the ball. It was crazy. I've never seen a final game like that. Crazy.
Did you hear of Cape Verde before the World Cup?
No.
Dude, like I had no clue. And then
Yeah.
like
No
I
clue.
watched that game against
Yeah.
Argentina.
I know.
I mean, there's just stories like that make soccer so great.
So great.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now we got to get your opinion on this. The red card, right? The controversial red card
Yeah.
on the U.S. against Bosnia.
Yeah.
Was it a red card or not?
I don't think so. Not at all. Because he hadn't, correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't have a yellow, right? Or he had a yellow?
No, he didn't have a yellow.
Yeah, no. I think he could have gotten a yellow card, but straight reds, especially in the World Cup, and then they were about to go to the knockout round, no, definitely not. And I knew when I was watching with my family, my dad was like, they're going to overturn that. There's no way that's a red card. So I had hope.
That was crazy. I mean, there was no
Crazy.
intent. Yeah.
No, I don't
I'm
think
with you
he's
on that.
also a player. It would have been different if it was a different player, but he wasn't like he's not chippy. He's not like go player then ball. I think he's one of the best players the U.S. has, so maybe that's why I didn't want it to be a red card. But no, I don't think it was a red card at all.
All right. So speaking of knockout, right? The MVC tournament. Tell us how that works, and how many teams are in there, and buys and stuff like that for fans that aren't familiar.
Yeah, so we have 9 teams in our valley, and 6 make the tournament. That's also new. We lost Missouri State in the valley last year, so it went from 10 teams and 8 in the tournament to 9 teams and 6 in the tournament. So the tournament is a pretty big, even to make the tournament is a big deal, and anyone can win it. Last year, UIC was a 6 seed, and they won it. So yeah, once regular season's over, obviously the top 6 teams, first and second seed get a bye for first round, and then third and fourth and 5 and 6 play each other, and the higher seeds host, and then you just go from there. Then so last year we were 4th seed, we beat the 5th seed, and then we went and played the 1st seed. So. And then we won, and when we played the 6th seed, so we hosted the final.
So Drake is picked first, right?
Yep.
In the preseason poll.
Yep.
And they're on a 2-game losing streak to ISU, who's picked second, right?
Yep.
Right. So obviously that'll be a big game. What are a couple other big games you're looking forward to during the regular season conference game?
Yeah. I mean, definitely UIC. They beat us, so we're
Revenge.
ready for that game. I'm like, I'll play them tomorrow. I'm so excited. They have a lot of returners too, which is exciting. We have a lot of returners, so I feel like it's gonna be like a similar game. It's gonna be close, but excited for that. I'm excited for who else am I excited for? You and I feel like they're always a fun team to play. We beat them last year, so I want to beat them again.
Yeah.
Carbondale is pretty inconsistent, I would say, but last year they were good. We beat them in the tournament. They were the 5th seed. I mean, I'm excited to play everybody, honestly. I really am.
What's your mindset? What's the team's mindset going into the season?
Well, our slogan for this year is unfinished business. I feel like our season just ended a way that obviously no person wants, college athlete wants to go through, losing a championship at home in front of probably the most people I've ever played in front of. And my senior year, too, was heartbreaking. And so even in the spring, unfinished business. Every single day we have to work hard because you don't just get to be put back in that position the following year. You have to get your way through it, too. So another thing we're really focused on is just a game at a time. You can't win a championship by winning one game. You have to take it a game at a time. And the only way you can get to a championship game is if you obviously have to beat every team. So
Stack
we're
wins.
just taking it one game at a time this year. A lot of unfinished business, a lot of emotion behind it, but we know what it takes. A lot of us have been in that situation. We have a lot of returning girls, so we know what it takes to get there. We know we can get there again. So, yeah, just unfinished business.
Sammy, what I like is, first of all, I like that slogan, okay?
Yeah.
Love it.
But you know what I like when I asked you that question? Did you notice like the intensity turned up?
She is fired up. I love it. Right?
Seriously,
Yes.
it's like, everything
I
was
have
nice.
the
All of a sudden it's like
ticket.
this and boom, you were just like very animate, and that's what I like to see. Okay?
Yeah,
I can tell
I'm very passionate.
you're ready.
Seniors have got to lead, right? You've got to. It flows through you. It starts with you. It ends with you. Seniors lead, right? And all the girls are going to look to you. And even on the days you lose, you're just going to have to pick yourself up and help them get ready to go. And right, you just got to, like you said, one game at a time. That was my senior year. We did the same thing, one game at a time. We are not looking past this game.
Yeah.
I don't care who we're playing, right?
Yeah. I have the
All right,
ticket
Sammy.
for championship, and it's just sitting on a bulletin board, and I look at it every day. I'm like, just motivation. It's a good reminder. So
That's awesome.
fired up.
Sammy, let's get to know you and your teammates. We're gonna do little rapid questions here, okay?
Okay.
If you didn't play soccer, what sport would you play?
I love gymnastics. I grew up like tumbling. I think it's a very athletic sport too. And I have a lot of respect for gymnasts. So I feel like I'd play gymnastics.
Gymnastics. Okay, awesome. What's your favorite soccer movie?
Oh, she's the man for sure.
Oh, my daughters love that. My daughters love that.
So good. So good.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, who's the best singer on the team? There's always one, right? There's one that's loud and there's one that's good, right? Who's the loudest and who's the best singer? Because it's not the same, right?
Yeah, I would say Maddie Valenti, our goalie. She's the loudest for sure. She's pretty good too, actually. We keep trying to get her to sing the national anthem, but I don't think that we've convinced her. But Nye Seymour is definitely the best singer. Number 8. She can actually sing. Like, I think she should genuinely like sing the national anthem, or go on America's Got Talent or something. She's got to do something.
Yeah. Who's got the best playlist on the team?
Ooh, definitely Nye too. She's just good with music. She can sing it. She can put it on. She's always on Knox. She's good.
Is she the best dancer?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Musically inclined, I say.
Who's going to be who's the person you put on, the fifth person to take that game-winning penalty kick?
Ooh.
You're supposed to say yourself, Sammy.
Yeah, I was about to say I would take it. I would take it. Last year in the final, our coach asked who wants to, or in the semifinals, she asked who wants to take the penalty kick, and I raised my hand. I wanted to take it. I feel like those pressure moments, you have to put an older girl up there for sure. Someone who's been
What do you think's harder, going first or fifth?
fifth for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was fifth in the lineup for the championship. I didn't get a kick.
What's the one thing on your bucket list you want to do at ISU before you graduate?
I want to win a ring. I want to ring 2
There
rings.
you go. 2 rings.
I want to win a regular season championship, and I want to win a tournament championship.
All right, who's got the best pregame ritual on the team?
Ooh. We have a lot of girls with like similar ones. A lot of girls like have a certain thing in their hair. I always put all my left stuff on before my right stuff. That's
See, soccer people are just like baseball, John. Okay,
No. All sports do.
No.
And it's not superstition. It is getting your mind right because you do this, that, and the other thing, and that's the way you do it. I put my socks on, I put my flops on, I'd go get my ankles taped, I'd come back, then I'd put my right sock on, my right shoe on, I'd put my left sock on, my left sock, and then I'd go out in shorts and just a muscle shirt on and go shoot free throws and jump shots before anybody else was in the gym.
Yeah.
Right? No, exactly. I mean, we all have a routine. It's not superstition, it's a routine that helps center you as an athlete. So Steve is a fan. Sammy, here's the thing is, I got to listen to all this junk and text messages. Oh my God, we better play positions on the couch because they're losing right now. And if we move, we can affect the game.
I have a routine. It's a routine, and I do it every game day. From the moment I wake up, I have a routine all the way till me putting my cleats on is the same. So
is there a meal?
So wait a minute. We talk about this routine. Talk about what happened at Belmont that throws this routine right out the window.
So obviously travel trips always kind of throw you off a little bit because, you're not in your element. But yeah, we're on the way to Belmont. We're probably half a mile away from the field, and our bus gets stuck on a hill. And we're probably sitting on the bus for 5-10 minutes, laughing, oh, it's fine. They'll get us unstuck. We're good. We'll just be a little late to warm ups. No big deal. And then the coaches were like, no, you're getting off the bus. You got to walk to the field. So we get I remember carrying 2 water jugs, a ball bag. We're all assigned gear. I'm not even assigned gear this trip. And I'm carrying all this stuff. We're probably 15 minutes late to warm ups. And they're like, all right, get your cleats on. And then we had to play. And it was a hot mess. Hot mess, right? Been there, Totally
done that, right? And you can't do...
I probably put my right on before I left that day. I was so thrown off.
Okay, so if the bus doesn't break down, let's go through your routine. So you put everything on left first, right?
Yeah. Even from the moment I wake up, tomorrow I'll go for a walk. I'll always go to the field. I do a reflection walk at the field. I have a journal. I always write in my journal. I always talk to my dad. I eat the same thing, 2 rice cakes with peanut butter. And a banana. That's what I eat right before I go. I always have an energy drink. I always have ribbon in my hair. And then always put my left stuff on before my right stuff. And I'm always one of the first ones in the locker room so I can pick the music.
Yeah.
But yeah, same every game day.
It's the routine, right? That helps center you.
Yeah.
It's not superstition. For all the fans out there, it's a routine.
It's a routine.
So, okay, last question. Who are the captains on the team this year?
It is me and Maddie Valenti, our goalie.
All right, awesome. So talk about that, about being a captain and what that means to you and to the team. That was a loaded question, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the biggest honor I've had being here. I was given the captain's band end of my sophomore year, so I had a semester with that the new coach Raleigh, and yeah, this will be my 3rd fall as a captain, and it's been just the best privilege. You have to be kind of re-put in the role every year, so you could be a captain and then it can be taken away, so you have to earn it every year. And I'm a big lead by example, so I do things the way I want other girls to do things. I want to be a good teammate every day, be a good leader, lead by example. But it's definitely hard. There are days where it's hard, and you're thrown things that you didn't even think you'd be thrown, and you have to have a lot of hard conversations. You're in the office a lot with the coaches, and a lot of things, like if things are going wrong, it's pinned at you because you are supposed to be the anchor between your coaches and your teammates. So you want to make your coaches proud, but you also want to make your teammates proud, and you want everyone to be happy. So I struggle with that sometimes too. But I'd say it's the hardest job, but it's also one of the most rewarding because
Greatest job. Amen.
yeah, I get to. It's a privilege getting that role, and I really wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for any accolade or any award. So, yeah.
Okay, Sammy, this is closing. Floor is yours.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for reaching out and having me on here. This has been awesome and a privilege for sure. Definitely want to thank my family. The whole reason I'm here and get to play college soccer is because of the support system I have. Throughout every game, they don't miss a beat. I'm sure they're going to be tuning in the second this podcast is out. So hi to my parents. I love you guys. And thank you to my teammates and my coaches too. That's the reason I'm here as well. I would have left if I didn't love the people around me, and I love the people around me. So just thank you to everyone. I'm super grateful, and I'm super blessed.
Well, Sammy, it's been awesome talking to you. Good luck this year. Bring home a championship. We'd love to see that. So this is Bird Fans Forever, episode 90 with Sammi Cenek. Oh, good. She didn't say that. Yes. I'm horribly dyslexic, so if you don't know that, I'm probably not the one to do this, but Steve and John just make me, so we love it. No, we love it. Thank you for being on so much. We love talking to you. Get them this year. And here's
Sammy.
There's the cherry.
And on the hardware.